From the ancient words of the Apostle John, we glean this profound truth. For the law was given through Moses, grace and truth came through Jesus Christ. This profound statement encapsulates the story of grace, a story that spans the breadth of human history, its roots in the Old Testament, and its fulfillment in the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. In the Old Testament, God's grace was abundant. Consider Noah, a righteous man in a world gone astray. In an act of divine grace, God saved Noah and his family from a catastrophic flood, preserving humanity's lineage. There's also the story of the Israelites, enslaved and oppressed in Egypt. Through Moses, God displayed his grace, liberating his people from bondage and leading them towards the promised land. These stories, among many others, paint a vivid picture of a God full of grace, even in times of judgment and hardship. Moreover, the Old Testament is peppered with prophecies pointing towards a Messiah, a figure who would embody God's grace and bring salvation to all. These prophecies, found in books like Isaiah, lay the foundation for the arrival of Jesus. Fast forward to the New Testament, where grace and truth come to life in Jesus Christ. In the Gospel of John, we observe Jesus forgiving a woman caught in adultery, an act of grace that stunned those present. Throughout his ministry, Jesus taught about love, forgiveness, and the kingdom of God, revealing the truth about God's grace in a way never seen before. Jesus Christ, the embodiment of God's grace, fulfilled the prophecies of the Old Testament through his sacrificial death on the cross. In an ultimate act of grace, Jesus bore the sins of the world, offering salvation to all who believe in him. His resurrection marked the victory over sin and death, a victory made possible by God's grace. In conclusion, the Old Testament provides glimpses of God's grace, but it is in Jesus Christ that this grace is fully realized. From the saving of Noah to the liberation of the Israelites, from the prophetic words of Isaiah to the life-changing teachings of Jesus, the story of grace is a narrative woven through the entirety of the Bible. It is a tale of a God who loves humanity so deeply that he offers grace, unmerited, abundant, and free. The invitation now is to embrace this grace, to live in its freedom, and to walk in its truth.